What up, boys? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make an Equus Stable. The location I have picked for the build will be inside the stone castle that I built in a previous video. I'll include the link down in the description. With this build, I'm going to be offsetting it by one stone foundation away from the wall. With that said, we're going to be extending the foundation to where it's 7 foundations long. Once they're placed, we're going to switch those over the blocks. From here, we're going to place a stone doorway on one of the sides, and we're going to place our stone walls around the back of the build, and we're going to wrap around to the side. From here, we're going to place some wooden walls on top of our stone door frame and walls. Make sure you invert the wall to where the inside part is facing outwards. We're now going to place a wooden door frame here. And we're going to place another wooden door frame at this spot. We're then going to add another row of wooden walls. Once those are placed, we're going to add another wooden wall on top of the wooden door frame. And then we're going to add our wooden windows along the back side of our build. Another wall goes here. From here, we're going to add our wooden ceilings from one side all the way to the other. We are then going to add another row of wooden ceilings to the front of our build. We're then going to be placing our inverted walls on each side of the structure. From here, we're going to be sinking a stone foundation into the ground. In order to do this, we'll place our stone staircase, and we'll just link the stone foundation to the bottom of the staircase. And we're just going to do that all the way across our build. Once that's finished, we're just going to remove the stairs. From here, we're going to place another row of stone foundations, and we're going to repeat the process by sinking more foundations into the ground. Once those are placed, we're once again going to remove the stairs, and we're going to remove this first row of stone foundations. We're now going to place 3 wooden walls off of our ceiling. We're just going to extend that 3 walls down. Now, if you'll notice, we have a gap, but we'll be filling that in shortly. From here, we're going to place another stone wall and connecting that to the wooden wall. And we're going to repeat the process on this side. You'll notice I did forget to place a stone wall at the very bottom. We'll do that here, and we'll just go around to the other side, and we'll fix that problem. We're now going to connect some stone fence foundations to these stone foundations inside the structure. After those are placed, we're going to connect a stone pillar on both sides. We're then going to connect 3 wooden pillars on top of the stone pillar. We're going to do that for both sides. Now that those are placed, we're going to connect some wooden windows off of the wooden ceilings at the front of our build. Now the foundations we sunk into the ground, we're going to be connecting 2 stone walls off of it. We're going to do that for both sides. We're now going to make individual stalls by connecting more stone walls to the foundations that we sunk into the ground. From here, we're going to be connecting some wooden door frames onto the stone fence foundations. Be sure to invert those door frames. From here, we're going to add wooden fencing along the stone walls. Once those are placed, we're going to use the stone double doors, and we're going to be placing them at the front of the structure, and we're going to be extending those to where it's 3 doors high. And we're now just going to fill in this gap with a wooden wall, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Now that those are placed, we're just going to add a layer of sloped walls. For the inside of the stable, we're just going to add a row of wooden ceilings all the way across to connect both door frames. And we're going to add a row of wooden fencing. From here, we're going to add our roof. I chose to use adobe because I think it looks the best. However, you can use stone or wood, whatever fits your preference. We're going to be adding the roofs in these locations. Now that the roof is placed, we're going to connect a hatch frame to one of the sides of our stable. We're then going to connect the wooden double door frames to the top of our hatch frame, and then we're going to extend them downwards. Make sure you invert the door frames to where the outside is facing inward. We're also going to add wooden railings to the hatch frame, and we're also going to extend the wooden double door frames all the way down to the ground. On the other side of your stable, we're going to be connecting a wooden foundation. We're also going to be extending upwards the wooden double door frames. We're then going to be placing a wooden ceiling on top of those door frames, and we're going to be putting railings on 2 of the sides. Once the railings are placed, we're going to be extending a wooden staircase down to the ground level, and we're going to be branching another staircase off to the foundation. We're then just going to add our doors in these locations. And don't forget to add your ladder. If you want to add a sign to your stable, just use the wooden billboard. Make sure you place it up against the window frames on the top of your build. And don't forget to add your fancy art. From here, we're going to paint the roof. I've chosen to use the mud coloring in order to do so. We're now just going to add a feeding trough inside the stable and a couple of wooden chests. We're also going to add a compost bin outside, and we're going to place another wooden chest beside it. And with that, that completes the build.